Well, before we move on to the next section. This is a lot like Alexander, where there's 3 sections of 4. Well done, my friend. We were lucky enough to witness every moment of your struggle via the Deltascape's various surveillance devices. I dare say we had a better view than you did. Gaining control over them was the extent of your accomplishments for this outing. Now I suppose we did also learn your adversary's name. Rest assured, however, that there will be plenty more such outings. Preliminary analysis suggests that there are 4 combatants in the Deltascape all told, including your friend Miqo'te, which means you'll be required to win 3 further bouts with deltas 2 to 4 in this test world alone. Needless to say, there are plenty more such worlds in the Rift, holding the remaining 85 subjects between them. Plainly, our host has gone to no small amount of trouble. Quite why it is so obsessed with determining the strongest being is another question. Omega seeketh to improve itself, to evolve. This was ever its primary directive. Through contending with mighty foes, it grows stronger. Having vanquished the vile simulacrum you call Shinryu, a greater adversary was needed. In the absence of such a being, it had but to create one. So in the name of self-improvement, it wants to make a new playmate. And it chose to undertake the task here to avoid outside interference, yes? In part. The making of life is not Omega's primary function. It bringeth complex beings into the corporeal realm only at great cost to itself. As such, it employeth this plane to test unfinished works, that it might determine a single entity worthy of creation. If I understand you correctly, the moment Omega's grand experiment is complete, it will give birth to a creature mighty even than Shinryu, and then proceed to fight it? Gods help us all if a battle of that scale should come to pass. The powers unleashed would be enough to bring about another calamity. Assuming the dragon has the right of it, all test subjects must needs be works in progress. Safe for ourselves, of course. But how do we explain Alpha? As I recall, it manifested corporeally outside the rift. Then again, it is hardly the most complex of creatures. Mayhap it was finished by accident? Don't you make fun of Alpha. He's a good boy. If he hadn't been for him, we would have all been erased. He might not be strong, but he's brave, and reliable, and adorable. Changing the subject for a moment, Chief. After you lost track of Omega, you said you re-engaged its stasis systems, right? Meaning something somewhere isn't working like it should? I only ask because me and Wedge have done pretty much all we can here, and we're wondering if it might not be worth going to Cartno to look into it. That would be a great help. Nero and I can handle things at this end. We'll be off then. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, eh? And you be a good boy, Alpha. Do as you're told and look after Archon for me. We must pray that Biggs and Wedge are able to repair the stasis system. If they can't, we'll have little choice but to see Omega's experiment all the way to its bitter conclusion. A tall order, I concede, and one that would require you to prove yourself the mightiest being in creation. Well, we must hope for the best and plan for the worst, which in this case means pressing on with the tests. Are you ready for the next foray? One moment, Chief. My analysis yet incomplete, but it would seem Subject Delta 2 is capable of manipulating gravity. Fortunate, then, that I but recently chanced to assemble something which might mitigate its effects. An anti-gravity gimbal. May it serve you well. Quack! Quack! And Deltascape V2 is open. Said clicky and Q. By the look of it, we'll probably have time for 1 to 2 more, depending on how fast the queues are. Cats don't like water, though. Well, no, you certainly are not typical of our clientele. But if you're not here for our famous hospitality, what could you possibly be here for? Archon is here for you, Master Adcrack. Doubtless he heard you fussing and fretting from a moment away, and being the kindly soul that he is, he's come to check on you. Isn't that right, Archon? Your concern is wholly misguided. Or the proprietor of a widely successful establishment such as mine have ought to worry about. Look into these eyes and tell me you even see a fleck of doubt. I see a fleck of doubt. Oh, this must be the parchment you were staring at so intently earlier. My, such a fine parchment it is. Much, much finer than anything Zoe has. These numbers in it don't look so fine, though. If I didn't know better, I'd say you're making a... What are you... You shouldn't be... Massive loss. Is this true? It's because of the pig helmet, isn't it? The illustrious Adcrag, entrepreneur extraordinaire, making a loss? The mere suggestion is laughable. No, who am I fooling? Of late, adventure has been flocking to the Far East. Idleshire is all but forgotten. Business has dried up and the hard place is... ironically in a hard place. Listen, give up, Master Adcrag. If there's any way Zoe can help, just say so. For example, I can supply you with flatbread? It may be a little on the stale side, but a little staleness never killed anyone. At least not Zoe. But whatever happens, we can't allow the hard place to go out of business. If it does, what happened to Menfina's arms and all the children she holds in her loving embrace? We must think of the children. Speaking of which, when did I feed them last? Was it yesterday? Or the day before? Oh, but such minutiae as mealtime are of no consequence next to the threat of closure. We've been doing so well with Archon's help, so we can't bear the thought of having it all come undone now. Please, I need a place to hide. Dear, what's going on? Whatever it is, my illustrious self cannot in good conscience turn away a damsel in distress. Quickly, my fair lady, don this. Ah, hiding from pompadours, this seems valid. I take it you're in charge of this place? We're searching for Nishguardian woman, name of Melody. Have you seen her? I advise you to be truthful, else there will be repercussions. We know of no such woman, and even if we did, we are disinclined to cooperate with brutes who make threats. I advise you not to cause trouble in my establishment. Else you will have to answer to me, the illustrious Adkrog, and the battle-hardened weaver there. My needle's really sharp. Point taken. Don't take it personally, eh? We're just doing our jobs. We're done here. Well, what a rude pair. Did you see their air? Ridiculous, wasn't it? But what was I going to say? Oh, right. Why were they after you? First, allow me to say thank you. As you have gathered, was a maid. I served an Ishgardian nobleman, but he treated me most cruelly. Unable to bear the torment any longer, I chose to flee from his household. I'd given little thought to what I would do after I had made good my escape, but cannot well return to Ishgard. You have already done me a great kindness by harboring me, but will you not take me into your employ? I have nowhere else to turn, and I promise I shall work very hard. I see. I should be glad to welcome you to the fold, but I will not lie. Business has seen better days, and you may well be boarding an airship that will go down in flames. Oh, I have a plan. One that will change the fortunes of the hard place. Would you like to know what it is? But of course you do. So I will tell you right now. We create a new menu. Miss Melody, you're an Ishgardian and a maid. That's to say, an Ishgardian maid. Is it only right to assume that you're familiar with your nation's cuisine? With your knowledge, you can help us introduce new dishes. You assume rightly, Miss Zoe. I'm well acquainted with Ishgardian cuisine, be it partaken by highborn or low, and I am pleased to say that I am not without skill in the kitchen. I should be glad to assist in this endeavor. You hear that, Archon? We have the knowledge and skill to prepare the dishes. The only things we're missing now are ingredients, and utensils, and cutlery. And possibly some other trifle that hasn't occurred to me yet. Anyway, being the resourceful adventurer you are, Zoe has no doubt that you can supply all these things. If we can make the hard place thrive again, so too will the whole of Idleshire. That's a good thing, like pineapple pudding or juice, both of which can be purchased with the scripts you can earn by contributing to this cause. I still need to ask Mistress Reno about it, of course, but I'm sure she'll say yes. We were really, really good friends after all. As a matter of fact, so I'll go and speak with her right now. Let me out. I need to... Let me switch, please. Yes. Custom deliveries available. Let me in. Not even close. Made it with loads of time. Oh boy. I have... there it is. Catastrophe. A fitting name for the havoc it will doubtless wreak. Have fun now. That appears to be a beholder? Behold! Oh, I was supposed to... dodge the earthquake. Dodge stuff by floating. Just keep spinning, just keep spinning. What do? We spin. Oh god, not the tentacles. Anything but the tentacles. Did you really have to call the tentacles fleshy members? Why did I get petrified? I'm not very good at this. Whee! Cleared. Delta Escape 2 down. Ah, they didn't open the treasure coffers. It's in them, though. Oh. Well. Thought maybe there'd be something cool in there, but nope. Browsing performance made possible by my anti-gravity gimbal. Lest you wonder, you're not supposed to be able to descend of your own volition. Device worked quite as intended. Just wasn't intended for use on living. Well, let's just say it wasn't exactly its intended use. At any rate, that's another mighty foe laid low, and may I say that I have every faith that you would succeed. Oh, right, I started late because of tech issues. We're gonna get, like, set up to start the next one. That's where I'm gonna end up calling it. Hey, Skittle. I doubt we'll be hearing from Biggs and Wedge for a while yet. Shall we push on here in the meantime? Reliable as ever. Without further ado then, let us move things along. According to the analysis, our next opponent Delta 3 is a being named Helicarnassus. Helicarnassus, you say? The Queen of Dimension Castle? Sis, you know of her? I mean, you don't? Oh, I suppose a blue-blooded brat such as you would have no interest in humble folk tales. It appears a lesson is in order. Helicarnassus is a character from an ancient fable. In the tale, she is one of the chief antagonists, and as such things are wont to unfold. She meets her end at the hands of the heroes, incurably valiant youths, not unlike our adventure frontier. Getting the art done, Skittle, or are you just gaming away over there? Literary historians have speculated that the tale could be loosely based on events which took place in the Fourth Astral Era, but little remains of that age, and there's no way to verify the claim. Indeed, most now assume the story to be a work of pure fiction. You mean to tell me that Omega is populating its grand experiment with fictional characters? Would seem your understanding is yet lacking. Scant grasp have I of that which men know and know not. Mark me then, Mort. Omega hath no soul, no mind's eye in which to envision a rival. To bring forth new life, it must needs draw upon that which hath already been, its every creation being another's conception. This limitation is concealed by the breadth of its experience. It possesseth the means to retain the knowledge of entire eras, and not only of this reflection. Yet it perceiveth not this knowledge as we do. Fact, fiction. The distinction holdeth no meaning for Omega. All is equal in its eyes. If a thing is logical, it can be created. That such a wondrous weapon should exist. It surpasses my wildest imaginings. They were wild indeed. But I gather not everyone shares my excitement. What's the matter, Garland? Lost your nerve? Quiet, Nero. We adults are thinking. But mayhap now is not the time. Archon said he was ready to continue, and so am I. Let's deal with Helicarnassus. Okay, talk to Alpha. Quack? Okay. That unlocks the next Delta escape.